Hello and welcome, fellow Mythrunians. Welcome to another weekly live stream. This actually may be, there may not be a live stream next week. We'll have to see. Um, my One of my children is in a musical next week, and it's supposed to be Friday night, but snow may make that change. Let me get my pop-ups and stuff set up. In the meantime, let me thank the patrons. Teamwork makes the dream work. Now it's the time of year to do taxes, which is always a fun time. So I appreciate you guys. Thanks a lot. It's nice to know that there are people out there that care enough to contribute. So thanks. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Tonight we're going to go through. Look at the Drost effect there. That's kind of cool. Tonight we're going to go through the release that dropped on Tuesday. Was it Monday or Tuesday? Something like that. And just a quick overview of that, and then we're going to get into maybe making a butterfly for the game, a new mob type. You can see I have my Blender icon open here, so we'll nervously do some model editing online, which I'm not very good at Blender, so that ought to be entertaining for any of you who are good at Blender. As a reminder, up in the upper left corner here is the link to the game, but I'm going to actually go over that a little bit even more obviously here. Let's see, we've got this one. So this is the link, right? Go to this link. I think if I click on it, it'll take me there. Control click. Yeah, there we go. So go to that link, Mythruna Engine Test Build. It will prompt you for a password, put in Dragon, and then you get this. And if you want to join our Discord, you go there, and you can chat with me and other fellow Mythrunians. So far, it's a really nice group of people. So please join. And then you can see just a few people have downloaded this version so far. But good times. Give it a try. Yeah, so then I have I started working on sort of a minimum viable product list. This is, sort of before I start releasing it to everyone and anyone, sort of the things that I want to get. But before we get into that, let's go ahead and start with what I got done. So I upgraded our server recently, even since the release, but it doesn't require a new release because I found some bugs in the AI. Basically, they weren't going to sleep when they were supposed to, so I added a couple enhancements, and you guys don't care about that, but it was important for me because I could see them. I could see the AI wandering around even when no one was in the server. All right, so what did we do? We added mobs, right? They're simple NPCs. A couple other things along the way, right? This was a big release. I don't know if you guys were following it, but there was a lot of stuff that went into this release. Some of the behind the scenes, some of it very much in front. New progress bars and things. Yeah, now when you generate a world, it'll have a little other progress bar below showing you all the different stuff it's doing. Same, basically all the different things that are in this lower left or lower right corner. So if you happen to be new to the stream tonight, I welcome you. So this is one of the NPCs I've got the debug text on. She's trying to go to her home location, which is right here. The neat thing is, if you leave and despawn, they automatically end up back at their home location. That was something I fixed this week. But anyway, you can talk to them. Ooh. I actually have to have the... I need to figure out a way for us to talk while we're holding the thing. So one of the things we can do is, if she doesn't already have a quest, we can generate one. She's already got one. Okay. In fact, I think we've already... Yep. Okay, so I'm still looking for your axe. So we could actually go find her axe and pick it up. If you hit J, you can open your journal, or you can hit the journal thing, and it'll show you all the different... Oh, wow. Yeah, so I've picked up quite a few. Yeah, so now it will tell you, where she lost her axe, and And actually, you can currently cheat and just go right there in case you can't find it. Sorry, my nose is running a little bit tonight. But if you look at the map, it will actually show you. I see. I thought I already picked this axe up. My world is typically in a very weird state. You can see I test a lot of stuff in here, and so you can see I've still got 2 inventories and things. So do I already have her axe? No. Okay, so, oh, well, you know what it is? Let's just cheat and go there. Okay, but you guys can't even see anything. Oops. So I've left the town. I'm sitting... Yeah, oh no, it's still there. Why wasn't it on the map? Oh, I got that quest before I implemented the map markers. So this is an old quest. So we take that. We can cheat and jump back to her. Just to get it over with. So then I can talk to her. Ooh. Talk to her, and I can say, I found your item. And is it axe removed from the backpack? She takes it back. And so now if we were to say, generate a quest, so it'll generate a new one, and we can talk to her. What kind of trouble? Yeah, I was forwarded, so it'll put it in a new place. So yeah, she's got a big stone tower with a shingled roof. So it probably sounds like a wizard tower to me. And about 1.5 kilometers from here. Okay, I can try to find it for you. And if we look, there we go. That's the ring it'll like highlight the area for you where it is. Currently it's like exactly in the center. Eventually it will kind of be a more rough approximation. But so if we went there, there's probably a wizard tower there and we could find the thing. Other things that got working that weren't working before are like we had the chests and things working before and doors, but now they actually animate. So where's my... Oh, I found it. Lockbox. Would have been impossible without ring. Oh. Huh. I'm not sure what you mean. So you can... The chests animate. You can place doors in places. So this is an animated door. So if we put that down and set... Oops. Eventually these will snap. Or there will be an option to snap them. But in the meantime, you can place them in the door and then you can open them and close them. And they do actually block you. You can't actually go in the door when it's closed. See? You can look through it because of a clip bug, but you can't go through it. Okay, so that's those things working. You can actually, if you're running the test object... oh yeah, without the ring. Yeah, sometimes it's more obvious than others. So if we equip the test wand, and you have your own town that you like, you can actually place a few of these. Yeah, it keeps the old graphics. So you can actually place a random human down. And hold on, so she's got a name. We don't know what her name is yet because we haven't introduced ourselves to her yet. But if we come up and we say, hello, I'm Fade, and she would tell us our name. Oh, she's Myrule or something. I don't know how she would pronounce her name. Erebithim. This is one of the very few cases where the first name is harder to pronounce than the Erebithim last name. And then we could get a quest from her because she's already got one set up. Oh, she lost her axe in the corn stalks. Yeah, she's an angry one. She tossed it in frustration. So yeah, we could try to find it for you. And then if we look at the map again, we should have another... Oh, this one's really close. So anyway, there's all these things that you can do. They're still sort of set up in a debug mode, which means you can, like if you don't like the clothing they're wearing, you can set up new clothing. I actually kind of like that outfit. It's one of the random ones that comes up. We'll leave her in that one. It's a little risque, but you can also if you push them around to somewhere, you can reset their home. which is basically, you can see from the debug text here that right now she's trying to head home, which means that is her home. She's standing there for a few minutes. If you go into the settings, you can turn on and off the debug text. There's various new settings that were added here. So now we don't see everything she's thinking. Anyway, what else? Real quick. You can randomize the name and coloring. I don't want to do that because I already generated a quest and the quest names won't change at this point. And you can look at her. So these are all like out of order. Yeah. And this will eventually have a description of her and what she's wearing and stuff. But that's, I think, it. Unless Oak thinks of something else. Hello, hello, Lando. Welcome to the stream. I think that's it. There was a lot that had to get done for the quests to work, including journals, AI state, basic AI, which we worked on some of that on the stream. Just tons of stuff. This was a big release. If you look at like the commit activity for, you see this is the whole year, and you can see it ramped up considerably over that Christmas break, and in the last few bits we had lots of commits to the Mythruna repository. We had lots of commits to the open source libraries that are underneath Mythruna. So anyway, it was a big couple weeks, and I'm happy to have that passed. So now I need to work on what's next. And so I started thinking this quest line has been really good for me in the sense that it forced me to fix a lot of things and work on a lot of things. And I consolidated the scripting to make it more consistent, since I was spending most of my time in the scripting. I had live reloadable scripts, which made development so much faster, which is why we have so many commits. And so I started thinking that if I think of these sort of bounties, my own little quests, right? And so I started then concentrating on, even though I have this giant task list with, which is essentially my roadmap in some random order, although some of these do have dependencies, it doesn't focus me kind of like picking a specific task does. And so I've been concentrating on thinking of what the minimum viable product would be, in the sense that, this is the best foot forward I can put that kind of shows where we're going with the game, right? So you got to be able to go around and kill things and collect resources and stuff like that. And I really want to get the vehicles in, because I think that's going to be a big differentiator. Although a lot of games have started to get those vehicles, but hunger, thirst, fatigue, and eventually weather and more crafting and stuff. But these are sort of my target list right now. And because I was kind of on short notice, because I just recently did the release, we're just going to start working on some mobs. But I really kind of want to get to the tools and weapons. We got to figure out, I have to give you guys something that allow you to swing swords and axes in a meaningful way, and that kind of has to happen before we can collect resources. I mean, you can go around and pick flowers, but that's not as cool as being able to, kill something and bring back its skins and things. And so I've got to work this out, because this is cornerstone to the ability to custom craft things. You guys, I have like an axe and a sword that I gave you, but the idea is that you can create your own bladed weapon. If you want to make a weird, 3-bladed sword, you should be able to do that and deal with the consequences on how ridiculous that is. And so I need to get a system working that allows you to do that. And originally it was supposed to be you click and you drag and you move your tool around. I think that's going to be really awkward. So I have some ideas to try out as alternatives that I think will work. Just got to try them. But in the meantime, I also wanted to get some more life into the game. The NPCs have really, even though they're like dumb and they just wander around, they've added a lot of life. And so I want to add like some butterflies and birds and other things that maybe not so interactive, but just add to the ambiance of the game. So tonight I think we're going to try to create a butterfly. And so I've got Blender loaded here. I was trying to reteach myself how to do animation, and so I was just given like I gave this cube an idle animation, which is kind of funny. That's its walk animation. What's it doing? At any rate, we're going to delete all this. We're going to create a new thing. So start over. There's our default cube. I'm going to delete this and delete this. And I need to change this so I can see my chat window in case you guys have something to say. If any of you are better at Blender than I am, I apologize in advance. I am not great at Blender. Okay, so what we want, I think we'll keep the default cube and we'll make that the body of the butterfly. Just trying to decide though. Let's yeah, object. See, this is where you guys get to laugh at me. Shade smooth is what I want. Yeah. Okay, so that's pretty lame looking. Let's scale it down in just the y-axis. I mean, not the y-axis. Okay, so we want that. Then we're going to rotate 45 degrees. Twink. Okay, so we've got. Look, it's the body of our butterfly. I really, you know, hi Rom Cram, morning. It's 9 p.m. here, but thanks for joining. So, you know, my inclination is always to keep as few polygons as possible, but I may have to reconsider in this case. Oops, wrong way. What is the... I used to have a cheat sheet over here, and now I can't remember what the loop cut. Oh, well, for one thing, I'd have to... No. Do I have to be in edit mode? To do, oh, yeah. That's what it is. I do remember what a loop cut is. Okay, so if we do that... And I think then, well, let me make sure we're mirrored on the let me make sure we're mirrored on the x-axis. So let's select all these guys. Scale. Good enough. Actually, if I scale them all the way down. Yeah, if I scale them all the way down, it does weird things to the shading. I think I don't actually want to spend too much time modeling this. So, whoops. GY. Okay, let's shoot you down a little bit. Okay. And then I think what I want to do is maybe extrude and shrink it. Okay, so there's the body of our butterfly, right? This is going to be the most detailed and uselessly detailed butterfly there ever was. And I think then for the wings, or maybe I just extrude these. I'm trying to give myself the flexibility to have different kind of wing types. Alright, so let's extrude. Oops. Let's look from the top, because we don't like that. Scale in the Y. Yeah, that's looking okay. Of course, it did not extrude the other side. Okay, so yeah, the mirror modifier works better than that, but that's okay. Okay, so let's do this from the top this time. Oops. Extrude, scale. Okay, that's probably not what I wanted. Yeah, so how do I do what I want to do here? Because I want that to be... Yeah, I do want to do that. It's a little more complicated in that case, but yeah, there's got to be a mapping in the swatch array to say. Okay, so let's do this, and let's do this. See if this will take it. See, this is where my lack of Blender knowledge really gets me. So I think that these are not mirror linked anymore. Yeah. I don't know how to make them linked. I think if I get rid of these and turn this off, but add a modifier, mirror in the X. Okay, so now will it extrude both sides? Yeah, okay. Oops. So yeah, the why wasn't it showing up? Oh, it's probably two-sided. So is it really there? Yeah, it's there, but okay, so there's something weird with the is it because I rotated the object before yeah, that's what it is. And that's actually probably the reason that the other thing didn't work. So let's go back. Isn't it fun watching someone who doesn't know how to use Blender try to do complicated things? Oops, we want to redo that. Okay, so we've got that. We want to get rid of the modifier. What I want to do is, I think I did all of my rotation and scaling here, and so I need to apply. Wait, where is the what is the I don't know, what is the where's the apply modifiers? I can never remember what the apply, there it is. Control A. Yeah, of course. All transforms. Okay. Now if we go in and edit, let's first see if this will work like we want. I think not, but oops, let's give it a try. Nope. Okay, so we will then add the mirror modifier again. And now it should work like we want. Yep, okay, because we're no longer twisted. Basically, for those of you who don't know Blender, we rotated the thing. So even though so the object space itself was rotated. So we were editing the mesh, even though it looked like we were editing it in the flat plane, we were actually editing it vertically, or actually at a 45-degree angle, until I applied the modifiers. Now all the points are in the same space we see them. It's kind of weird if you don't understand about geometry. It's even weirder. Scale Y. And so this is a long way to get to where we're going. Okay, and so that is the basic butterfly shape. Yeah, and then what we'll do is you want to do some UV mapping. UV editing. Actually, that is not bad at all, right? We can do better. So there's ways of telling Blender where you want your seams to be, and there's some weird is that just in the okay, that's just in the UV editing then. They're seeing the weird Z fighting on the making sure that we didn't have two sets of anyway, and here you can mark edges to say that's where a seam is. Yeah, mark a seam. And I don't know if it did it on both sides, so I'm just going to be sure. Yeah, I thought so too. Like really crazy, like not too bad. I actually don't need this much space in for the body and stuff, so I'm going to redo it. But yeah, it was pretty good. So then I have to decide, you know what, I think I'm going to, well, let me select this loop. Oops. No, so these, yeah, so my loops are weird because of how I built it, I guess. Or I'm not doing loops the right way. And that's weird there too. So I think what I will do is the painstaking cut the body in half if it works, and one more, mark a seam there. Okay, so we should be okay to do a pretty good unwrap. UV unwrap, boink. Okay, so that's probably our wing, I'm guessing. One thing we can do is create a new image. Yeah, blank. We don't need 1024 pixels for a butterfly. If any of you are Blender experts and see something dumb I'm doing, please let me know. It takes a lot of courage for me to do this in front of people. Okay, so black is okay. Actually, can we do... Yeah, alpha... Can we do transparent? Ah, we can. Choo. Okay. Okay. I believe these are the wings. Yeah, because these are the bodies. And we've got some oddly strange I wish that I haven't been able to get the show keys thing to work that other people use. So if anybody knows how to make that work, I'm in slightly odd version of Blender. Um, what am I running? Oh, I don't want to save system info. I just want to see. Ah, oh well. Okay, so one of the things I want to do is probably, yeah, I actually like the fact that the wing is in normal space like that. And so let's take this guy and like neaten him up. So let's move him up here. And what I will do is take these. After dealing with all the clothing, because the way I had to map the UVs to the character models to get clothing to work right required so much detail that now I'm almost obsessive about. Wrong window. I'm almost obsessive about making sure things are lined up properly. So this is going to be interesting. So what I would do here is I would select all these guys, right? And I want them to be equal distance all the way around. So actually, no, what I need to do is here and here. Who's binging my phone? Somebody's binging my phone while I'm... Okay. So then what I do is I scale this down in the X to 0. And then I would scale it back up again. Oh, it won't. Nice. That's not what I want to do then. Okay. So we'll just eyeball it. G center 'em. Because I actually find the grids annoying, so 0, boink. This is fine. And these are, I mean, this is going to be a teeny tiny little butterfly, so 0, boink. And these guys can be centered a little better. All right. And now what we could do, though, is line these up. Oops. Oh, that sucks. If you join the Discord, you can post more details about the crash you're getting, and we might be able to help you out there. But I'm sorry you're having trouble. That sucks. Yeah, because it should definitely work on Windows 10. There should be no reason. If you have a decent enough graphics card, it should definitely work on Windows 10. Actually, I don't think that Windows will run a graphics card that couldn't run it, but I guess we could find out. And so what I do is try to line these guys up. It will make my graphics life easier. If these are symmetrical. Yeah, it's probably dumping some logs and some system information that you could post to the Discord. And then we might be able to spot something. It could be that you need new drivers. It could be that your graphics card just doesn't support it. And most of the modern Intel graphics that would be running on a Windows laptop, I think will do it, but it's possible no. Okay, so the other thing we need to do is we need to set the material of Mr. Butterfly. So we got the material, base color. We want to make that an image. I think this works. Butterfly, boink. Okay. But I haven't actually given it anything to work with, so let us texture paint. So we will, I think we don't need that much detail in the body now that I'm looking at them. So we will take both of these and that, because I don't know what that is, and we will scale them down. Yes. Yes, I don't know how realistic they will be, but clouds are definitely required, because when we start to have airships and things, you got to be able to hide in the clouds. And weather systems and things become very important when you're flying an airship around. The weather is very important to your livelihood. Whoops. The fact that there's no way to select the island without okay, so we'll move these guys down here. I think that means I can make them a little bigger. Way into the future. It's I think that people will want monsters and tools and crafting and stuff working before clouds. So they will come after. But I actually, it's funny you asked about that, because the very previous night I had been dreaming about a method of doing the clouds. Like I had trouble sleeping that night because I came up with an idea for how to do clouds. I have to try it out to see if it actually works, but I did think of a way to try to do it. Okay, so we've got a lot of real estate here. I still don't know what this is. Oops, wrong button. We'll move it over there. So we can actually maybe give our... They'd be 3D clouds. Tall layers. So that you have like... And there'll be some clouds that are going to be so high that you can't fly to them. Okay, so if we do this and scale it up... Alright, now we can put lots of detail into our butterfly wings if we like. And so now we flip over to texture. Whoa. Okay. Why did everything oh, I know why it disappeared. Because it's invisible. I bet that's why. So if we make, well, let's see. We'll make white wings and then we'll see what happens. Yep, that's what it is. So now we can make some, but yeah, definitely 3D clouds. Yay! I'm glad you got it working. Okay, so we're going to do some quick and dirty I really find this method of color picking annoying, actually. I just want a little bit of brown. There we go. Okay. And what is it? F? Yeah. I can never remember how to do this. Okay, so we've got shiny body. Yeah, but look at that. There's some Z fighting there. That's concerning. That tends to indicate that there's actually two things here. Okay, so um, bring up the wireframe. Like edit mode. I mean, if I want to see, one of the things I could do is go back to layout, whoops, and go back to object mode. Yeah, so there's only one here. Yeah, I don't think so. Like here, it's not doing it. So I suspect it's something to do with the texture painting and selection and things. When you're in texture paint mode, it's kind of like selecting the faces you're on, but it's just weird. I think we'll find out what the problem is when, oh, you know what, it could be the mode I'm rendering as well. Nope, it's still doing it. At any rate, so if we go back to layout and wireframe, edit mode. Oh, the other thing is I should apply my mirror modifier. I want to. Oh, it won't let me apply it in object mode, in edit mode. Right, apply. Okay. So one thing we can check is I can select a face, and then try to move it around. Good, we've still got our mirroring. I think it's probably just the shading, because everything's fine here. So, yeah, I need to make sure these are going to be two-sided. I should have done two separate materials. Oh well, no big deal. There's going to be endless tweaking that has to happen anyway. That actually looks really nice, all things considered. I actually do want the body to be kind of shiny there, but not here. That'll be a problem I deal with later. How do I paint with transparency? There's a way to erase, right? Paint. First of all, save the image. Not there. Let's leave it. There's a way to paint transparency. But maybe for now I can just blacken it. I can't remember, and I don't want to spend all day. Effect alpha. Yeah, that's what I want to do. But I basically want to erase that. And I thought there was a mode to erase. If you guys know it, please let me know. Is this like one of them? Erase alpha. That's what I want. Okay, so then I do want to erase alpha. Why did it? Anyway, something happened over here that freaked me out. So we want to erase the alpha, but we want no gradient on the edge. I may have to fix this in Photopea. So anyway, let's go over here, and we want to Make sure that these guys come out like this. Yep. Okay. So I'm just going to kind of rough it in because I'm going to have to fix this in Photopea. I just don't like, or Photopea. And we're going to waste our whole night on this otherwise. I don't like the hard edge, so I'm getting rid of it. And actually we could come in here a little bit more aggressively. Alright, that is good enough for us tonight. I will load this into Photopea and Photopea. That's unfortunate. The straight... Right, that's a butterfly. Yeah, maybe... maybe it was better before. I'll figure it out. But that's good enough for now. Like we have to animate this guy, right? So now you get to watch me do something else I'm not very good at. Why did it... we want to mix, and yeah, it ended up... oh, because we were painting over here. Yeah. I got it. I know why. Okay. And maybe we want something a little darker for... which one's the top, I guess? This is the top. Oops. Okay. We just make the body darker than the head. Okay. Good enough. Okay. Now, back to layout mode. Turn the texturing on. And in our material, I want to enable alpha. Where do I do that? Okay, so that's probably in the rendering settings, actually. If you guys know, let me know. Somewhere in here you can tell it to use the alpha blend mode. There it is. Alpha blend. Ooh, that's not good. Oh, just took it a second. Still didn't do what I wanted. Yeah, still not doing what I want. At least I think so. We've got some doo-doo on the edge here anyway, so I'm glad I looked. Yeah, we need to clear these areas out. So what did I do? I went to here and I said, erase the alpha. Hey, Fran, how's it going? Or Fan, how's it going? Yeah, we're coming a little close to the. Good, I'm glad. Okay. So I think I screwed up some of my. Whoops. Some of my curves a little bit. Oh well. We'll fix it later. I don't want to stress. I don't want to stress over the textures right now. Um, it's interesting that we still had some doo-doo hanging out on the edge. Alright, so now I need to figure out um, why that's not transparent. We're on alpha blend. Something I'm doing crazy. Well, one thing, did I even apply this material? Oh, I edited the material that was already there, so we should be good. Alright, again, we got other things to do. It's getting late. So let's do something else I'm not good at. First of all, let's select this whole thing and move him up so he's sitting on the ground. Oops, Z. There we go. Okay, so now he's not embedded in the ground. And then what we will do, so go back to here, and we will add a single bone. It's going to be our root. Where can I edit the bone name? Yes, root. Okay. And I think I can just move this down. That's Y, right? Oh, I always get those backwards. Okay, so that's going to be the root. It stays on the ground, and that's going to be the location of the object. And what do I want to do? Can I extrude? Yeah. Extrude one for the head. Whoops. Did I screw something up? Oh yeah, I did extrude one. Okay, we're back. We're back in business. Okay. Shift. There we go. Okay. Good enough. And then I want to... I think I'm just going to make this really dumb. And I don't remember... Oh, you know what? Look at that. What is the way to fix the rotations? Maybe that's in the... because it's all rotated funky, and that's going to cause me problems later. Perhaps what I will do is, instead of stressing about it... Oops. I want to delete that. So I want to delete the bones. Why can't I delete the bones? Let's delete them all. Oh, maybe I need both halves. Delete bones. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. So rather than stressing about it, I will do this again and do it differently. Okay, so we want to just do it in the Y direction. Okay. I probably could have done this from the side, and then I wouldn't be in this position. Okay, G, Y. And you guys are laughing at my Blender skills, I'm sure. Okay. Alright, so then from above, we will extrude a bone for the wings. So we will call this body. We will call this, is that the left wing? What is Blender's, there's a way, there's a way to get Blender to automatically know that these are one half of another half, to mirror these guys. I don't remember how to do it. So we will just do the, oh, whoa, wrong. So we will just eyeball it. I can always come re-rig this later. It's not the most complicated rig. So I called this one wing left. This one will be wing right. Oh, they do. Do they do wing dot right or wing underscore right? Either way. You know, it's going to be important. No, they'll all be symmetrical. Yeah, I don't think this will work now. Yeah. Okay. Anyway. No matter. We've got a basic rig. And I think maybe I haven't totally screwed things up. We shall see in a moment. Because I will need to select that guy too. And say parent with automatic weights. And I should probably save this in case Blender decides to take a dump. So we'll go up one directory and butterfly.blend. Not butterfly. There we go. Save it. Okay. Now let's go into animation mode. And pose mode. It already put me in pose mode. That's nice. So did it work like I wanted? Yay! I mean, the weights are all screwed up. But yes, it's posing. But I really wanted it to be, I don't know how to do this after the fact, because now if I do like this, it's going to do that. I really wanted them mirrored, and I don't know that it will. Yeah, it doesn't know that those are the same, so I'm going to constantly be adjusting them anyway. I'm not going to spend too much time on this because I'm probably going to come back and redo it. Yeah, I got to go back through my tutorials on watching that guy who does the 10-minute modeling videos. And he makes an armature really super fast, like from scratch for his walking characters. And I learn a ton every time I watch him, and I promptly forget. And so I need to take notes. But again, we're just trying to get this done tonight, and I can come back and mess with the armature later. And so I almost don't want to spend too much time even messing with that. But the weight painting, I kind of feel like we should do weight painting. Super slow. Chat again. Oh. Yeah, sorry. Where? Oh, wait. Where do I do weight painting? Object mode. I thought there was a... I thought there was a tab for that. Oh, maybe I have to select the mesh and then I get... Yeah, there it is. Weight painting. Okay. Alright, so if we select... How do we... How do we select the bone that we're messing with? Blender experts are just yelling at the screen right now. Yeah, I just don't know how to... Well, for one thing, let's name our cube something else. Let's call it butterfly. That's better. So then at least we have like proper names for things. Is it like right click? No. Shift. Control. Shift. No. Can I select them here? Nope, that's not where either. Here? Yeah, that's okay. Hey, we're working. Cooking with gas now. Okay, so... Yeah, so we want... Yeah, we want the body to be 100% this guy. There's a way to mask out the individual faces, because I don't actually want it at all in these. Is it right click to... What is the remove the weights? Yeah, because I'm basically making this worse in a way. Because I really all of these to be will it remember where I have selected? Yes, it will. Okay. And how do I Oh, like this. Whoops. Okay, let's oh, well that's okay. I think I'm still mirrored. I can't see it over here, but yeah, we don't want to be mirrored right now. Okay, let's first of all make sure I've got everything selected, and I'm going to go back to here, and I'm going to zero out everything. There we go. Strength 100. Okay. Body. We don't want the body on any of this. I'm going to zero out everything. When in doubt, start over from scratch, right? It's lots of fun. And if anybody wants me to explain what I'm doing, I can give it a try. Within the extent of my ability. Why? Okay, there's one of these vertexes in here that's still not. Okay, so I think everybody is zeroed out there. And then we can finish zeroing it out here. And, okay. There's a little bit still left. Weight painting is always so much fun. The problem is, like, I spend a weekend messing with a particular model. Like, I spent actually a whole week messing with the character models to get the elves, you know, females and the males and things. And then, you know, I promptly forget it. Can I, will this, yay, look at that. Okay. Okay, so let's go back to the weight paint mode. And we want to do 100% weight now. Oop. Doink. Why though? Why though? Can I know what I can do. Edit mode. I can doink, doink, hide. Now I won't know if I'm screwing it up. Oh, it's not, and then it's back. There's a way to do this, guys. There is. I've done it. But if I do that, I'm just basically touching all of the... Yeah, see, it's applying to everything, even the... Oh, well, for one thing, I didn't have anything specific selected, so let's try that. Aha, nope. Stupid. How do I mask out different vertices? Because otherwise what we're going to get is, yeah, I really need to take the, you know, we actually don't need, okay, so let me just go back and do this a different way. Okay, so let's bring back everything. I can do this in a simpler way because I actually don't care that any of these are affected by any bone right now. No, I do. Yeah, because it's going to be a problem. What I was thinking is I could come in here and I could say wing left and just paint these for vertices, right? That's fine. These are already attached to the body. I actually don't want them to move. This is actually correct. And then over here, do the same for these. Yeah, we want those to be red. As bright a red as they can be. Okay. Let's make sure that the other one was the same. Yeah, I think it's as bright as red as it can be. Okay. And so then, you know, the theory is, well, that's enough because I don't want to morph the body. But what's going to happen is animation pose mode. No, we need to select the armature for pose mode, right? What's going to happen is I can move the wings this way and they will work fine. No, they're still not. I think the reason okay. Object mode. So there may be something going on here, and that's why we're seeing these double. Let me just Merge by distance. Ooh. That did something. Removed 16 vertices. So yeah, we had duplicate somethings in there. So that could have been messing up a whole... So it could have been... I'm not crazy. We'll see. Uh-oh, Pepsi's gone. Okay, back to weight painting. Okay, so that's right. Okay. And if I select just the body, will it let me paint just the body? No. Okay, so we won't mess with that. Let's go back here. Pose mode. No, it's still doing weird things to the other side of the... Okay. I apologize, guys. I have no idea what I'm doing. Edit mode. So we will, I think, yank. 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 Okay, now they are actually separate. Let's turn on shading so I can see what I'm doing. Oh, my front row. I think it lost my UVs. That would suck. UV editing. No. Still knows. Did I accidentally undo my crap? I think I accidentally undid my image painting. Always a good time, guys. Always a good time. Here at the Speed Manor. Alright, so we will... At least... Oh, interesting. It lost some faces? Or maybe... that sucks. So let's re-unwrap. Yeah, it didn't lose the faces, but it lost some of the UVs. And now, because there are two separate wings, yeah, so I got to redo all the UV mapping, unfortunately. But I think I'm going to leave this. It's interesting how it's already selected, though. Let me make sure that these are really what I think. Okay, so that's really detached. And that's really detached. Okay. Alright, select all. This is going to be the master wing. I'm going to leave it. I think that's actually in the real orientation. Is it? What I want is the wings. Now I think about it. Whoops. What I want is the wings to be mapped flat. Yeah, there we go. That's what I want. So they are actually what they are in the world, and actually the bug is upside down, so they're really like this. Yeah. Okay, that's good. We like it. And so what I will do, so I will take this one. Oops. I'll take this one and I will scale x minus 1. Okay. Then we will take them. Why are they different then? Let's redo this. UV. I basically want them to project from view. Let's try that. Okay. Maybe they are different. They look the same now to me. Scale x minus 1. G over, yeah, okay. Thanks for coming along for the ride with this modeling garbage. I'm going to try to get to the point where I can just move on here in a second. I do have to get some minimal amount of stuff working. Okay. Alright, so we've got that. And that. Okay. It made those into two separate parts too, because they're seams. Okay. And, oops, all G. And what we can do is similar to what we did before, and redo these with from view. Okay. Yes, we like. Then what I do is L, G, perfect. Actually, Control Z. G-Y. There we go. Things are starting to work. G. Scale it up. I actually don't know if anybody is still on. Yep. Cool. Nice. Okay, so then... Yes, we got lots of wasted space, but that's okay. This will be good enough for now. Save, in case I screw something up again. Then we will come back to texture paint. And this will be a lot easier for me to deal with in Photopea, because it's like clear what's going on. We don't want to erase alpha, we want to mix. We want our dark thing. Just make it all black, that's fine. Okay, make sure that's coloring that. It is. Okay, good. And then we want white. Boink. Actually, make it like a light blue for now. I wish I could figure out how to get it to be a hard edge. But at any rate. Can I just, yeah. Alright, good enough, right? Yeah, it looks like a butterfly. Okay, save, and save the image. Butterfly, sure. Alright. Looks like a butterfly to me. Yeah, I could put some more. But, it's so much easier to work in an actual paint program. Okay, so now let's go back to animation. We want to turn our thing back on, and we want to. Why am I in? Oh yeah. Why am I in texture draw? Object mode. Okay. Let me select this guy. Pose mode. Right. So see, he's still affecting the opposite side. There's got to be a way to clear out all of the weight paint. Edit mode, all weight paint. So now I'm in a weird position where I can't even see the... here we go. Wing left, wing right. Yeah, see, there's something weird. Alright, there's something weird going on. Yeah, see, we've got some weight that's been painted in the... I think that carried over from when the mesh was messed up. Yeah. That's what it is. And actually, we don't want weights anywhere in here, so whatever side we're looking at, we can get rid of them. Okay, so that's wing left. Wing right is a similar problem, I bet. The nice thing about simpler geometry is that you don't have to worry so much about accidentally painting into the wrong thing. We literally don't want any weights except for on the wing edge. Okay. And the body should be good. Well, not good. Because it's going to cause us problems. Trust me. I was going to show you that before I... Okay, let's see if that fixed it. Yes. We still got a little bit of effect on the wingtip over there. Object mode. Edit mode. Nope. Weight paint. So... Whoops. Oh no. Okay. Okay, so this we want to make sure all of these wingtips are perfectly zero. And we'll hit both sides just in case. We'll do the same thing for this because we were still seeing a little bit of effect on that other wing, which actually doesn't matter because, to be honest, I actually do want them to rotate anyway. Alright, object mode. Select the thing. Go to pose mode. Rotate. Yay! Rotate. Yay! Okay. So stupid. Alright. So, and here's the problem, right? Because what I was talking about before is if I select the body bone and now I try to rotate that, it's not going to rotate the... Oh, that's because of the parent thing. They're all... We want to select the root node, which I can't see. Let's select the root node and see what happens. Oh boy. Yeah, so we've got some vertices that are not behaving like they should. It's funny how everything else, except for those couple little good times, eh? Object mode, just go over here. Weight paint mode. That's interesting. So I think if I zero all these out, I may be doing myself a disservice. These wings needed to really be children of the body. I needed more bones. And then these should all be zeroed out. Alright, let's see if that fixed it. No. And so if I do this, yeah, shoot. Poop. Yeah, because that's going to be kind of critical. Yeah, see, I can't even slide the bones around. There's something I've seriously done wrong here. Well, for one thing, I've done my root bone incorrectly too. You know what we could do is just delete the armature and start over. How do I unparent? Just delete them. Object mode. Delete. That works. Alright, so we've got our butterfly thingy sitting there. If we turn back on the textures, make sure he still looks like a butterfly. Yep, he does. Thing is, like, I can't even bring it into the game unless it has at least a skin. So I kind of want to get this working. So let us... I mean, we could cheat and make it a bird, but that's really expensive. Like, I could use the bird meta rig and then delete it all down. But I don't need all that. I just want this. And let's call that... Okay, that armature's fine, actually. Right, that's not the name of the bone. It's the name of the armature. The bone, we will call it root. And instead of... Oops. GZ down here. Okay, this is the idea that you just use this to move the thing around. Or that's the root of where your animations start. Wait, we get some really weird... edit mode, what is it? Face, is this where I recalculate the normals? Shade smooth. Actually, we don't want that for the mesh. Normals, recalculate outside. Okay. And then these guys, we actually want these to be shaded flat. Okay. We had a weird thing where it was looking like... Yeah, I'm actually not convinced that we don't have faces inside out. But that's... I'm getting wrapped around the axle on things that don't matter. Object mode, we went back to here, and... I I don't remember how to make a disconnected child bone other than to add another bone that I can then make the whole body. Oops, edit mode, G over here, G over here. Okay. Yep, and then I think it's child, and then you, oh, object mode. Child, and then you, oops. Can I parent? Bonefly. Bone relative. Is that what I want? So in that case, no, that is not what I want. How do I think what I want to do is I want to edit this, and then there's a way to add bones in here. Yeah, add a single bone. Okay, so this is still part of the same. Yes, this is what we want. So, okay, yes, this is going to be body. I'm remembering stuff now. Up 3. So just when we want G over here for the head, G over here for somewhere around the tail. Okay. Alrighty. Something like that. Okay. Now, similarly, let me make sure this actually needs to be parented to this guy. Parent, I can do it. Make it a parent. Yay! Did that really do it? Can I go into pose mode and see? Gee, nope. Edit, edit. Wait. Joint parent. Okay, they were. Why do I have 2 armatures? Can I delete you from here? Can I delete you from here? Alright. Before I get too far again. Okay, we're going to start over. If any of you know how to do this, please let me know. Yeah, see, even the basic armatures are more complicated than I need. But I would be able to get past this. Maybe I could just do a bird meta rig. Ooh, it's a teeny tiny bird. I mean, meta rigs are their own issue, though. Because I'm going to get rid of most of this. And yes, if we get rid of... Okay, this is already set up mirrored and stuff, so I should be able to delete this and delete both sides. Yeah. So I can delete all the feet. I don't need them. I'll keep most of the wings and the tail. I mean, obviously there's a scaling problem here. But you know what? I think I'm going to... If that's the size of a bird, then my butterfly is huge. And that is true, because I think we scaled down the default cube. Okay, so let's go to object mode. Select this guy. We edit him. Select all. Scale down to roughly the size of the bird. And we will move him. Oops. Let's do straight side. Giant lunar moth. Yeah, there will be some giant flying things, but I don't want to, and I'm not talking about dragons, but I don't want to spoil the surprise on that. So this is pretty close, and I will, so that's fine. Object mode, back to here. Edit mode. It's just so wasteful to build a butterfly that's got 2 flat wings out of a bird. Man. So I am definitely going to come back and redo this after I do some tutorials, but I want to get something working for you guys tonight. That you guys have stuck around so long already is amazing. Okay. All right. And so then in object mode, when I've got the meta rig selected, there is a generate rig. Okay. And so now I take this and I shift and select this and say P, or where is it? Parent automatic weights. Okay. And now if I use this and go into pose mode, well, we are already in animation mode. I've been doing everything in animation mode. So now if I come in here and I X like that, I should be able to, yeah. Okay, so that will make the wings flap. Not great, but it'll work for now, right? We just want to see something working. And I still have to create an idle animation, a default animation, and a run and a jog or run, or walk rather. Okay, so smart thing that I've learned to do. What the action editor? Why do they always put me in the say default action? So default, and actually some of the things require it, and we're going to. Oops. Over here, select all, insert location, rotation, and scale. So we've got all of them in the one thing, and push it down, and I'm paranoid, so I will stash it also. Okay. So now the idle animation is going to be this guy just sitting there slowly flapping his wings. So, but smart me has figured out that animations blend in a weird way if you don't basically lock down. I'm really poor at this, so if I'm saying something dumb, again, I don't know what I'm doing. So is this the one I want? No, that's moving forward and back. I've never messed with the bird rig before. It's kind of cool. I think maybe I did for that's interesting. Why is it only moving? Okay, so we want to select both of these maybe. Yeah, that's going to be okay. And so that's our frame 1. Let's say at frame 40 we want to rotate up a little bit. Oops. Yeah, I forgot that I'm still doing. I almost hate to tick this on because I forget that I'm running it and I end up screwing my animations up later. But this is basically the auto record, so whatever you do. Oops. Why did it not? Huh. Oh. Because I didn't have them both selected. Okay, so we'll... It should be smart enough to know that only... Oh boy. No. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to... Can I select... Oops. Both of these. Where'd all my stuff go? Did I just get rid of everything? I did. Frick. No, it's got a... Shoot. Oh, I just scrolled down is all. Okay, so if we insert... Okay, now they're all there. Okay. So now... Okay. How fast is that? Yeah, that's fine for an idle. And then we'll have him flat back down really fast. Insert. Okay. And then we'll have him do... Let's see if that's really what I wanted. Shoop. Shoop. Yeah, and then we'll flippy, flippy, flippy. So at 70, we'll do this. And 80, do this. And at 90, do this again, a little higher. Okay, so then he raises it up, lowers down a little quickly, and then flap, 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 and then back at 120, we're going to copy, oops, I'm going to copy the original pose and then carry that on to 140. Okay, so up, flap, 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 flap. Okay, but something got messed up with the rotations. Because I think that from different angles that's not going to look right. Ooh, we've got a little teeny butterfly over here. Whoop. Oh no, it's fine. Mythra, yeah. Okay, so then we're going to make this 140 long. It's called the idle animation. We'll push it down. We'll select it again just to be sure. We'll stash it. Okay. Now, for walking, we basically want it to flap its wings and move around all random and stuff. So we're going to new, call this walk. Doesn't make any sense for a butterfly to have a walk. But you'll just have to trust me that this is... Oops, we're going to select all. Give us a baseline. Okay. And then... I'm going to select... What if I had selected here? Would that have worked? Oh, that's the whole wing. Okay, that's better. That's way better. Okay. So, first we'll get the flapping right. I think that every 10 frames up. So up, insert, location, down. Go all the way down. Insert, rotation, let's scale, okay. And then we will cut and paste this to 30. Cut and paste this to 40. And we'll see what that looks like. It's not really as fast as I wanted. So let's make it faster. So let's move this to, actually Z, let's get all of these. Whoops. How do I, there we go. G, boink. G, boink. G, boink. G, boink. Is that too fast? Nope, that's butterfly speed right there. Shoop. Okay. And actually, the initial pose should be the down pose. There we go. Flap, flap, flap. Okay. And so then we ended up down, we're down, so then here to here. Let's do a couple more. Boink. Okay, I think 60 is probably a good, because what I want to do is I want to give some chaos to the flight, and so we're going to grab this, which I think moves the whole butterfly around. Yeah. You know what? I can hide the rig. No, the meta rig. Yep. Okay. So while we're flying, we got this thing going on. Let's set the end to 60. I think 60 is going to be okay. Flappy, 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 flappy. Flappy butterfly. Okay. So then at 20, we want him to be up here. At 40, oh, it helps if you actually remember to insert your keyframe. And then at 40, we want him to be down here. And then back at 0 for here. Okay, so oh, I screwed something up. Yep. I inserted the wrong thing, I think. Okay, there we go. So okay, so we actually want a little more chaos than that. Alright, let's see what that looks like. It looks really robotic here, but over here it actually looks okay. There's that pause. It's at the end of the animation, though. I thought it might have been one of the center. Okay, that's good enough. Actually, I would want that to be even faster, really. But anyway, it does the job, right? We can't... I'm going to tweak it forever, probably. Okay, so... which part of this do I need to export? Okay, so save it. And I think we want to make sure we have the default pose selected. You know what, if it's better if I name default correctly. Push down. Okay, so let me stash. Okay, it's already been stashed. Okay, so I actually pushed it down twice. And that's gonna come and bite me later. Default, walk, idle, default. There's two defaults. Can I delete these? Yep. Okay, so then let's go back over to here. Select default and push it down. Okay, so if I go, I've got default, walk, idle. This should actually be moved up, but I don't know how to do that. Not off the top of my head. Okay, but let's make sure we've got the default one selected. And it's just one frame, so we're good. Okay. Save. Always a good idea. And man, that's a lot of a lot of work to animate a butterfly. The guy, the developer in me that grew up in the 90s and was counting triangles for everything I did in games is yelling at me right now. Okay, so let's export as GLTF. And we are already in the correct directory. We are going to do it actually as GLTF plus bin and textures. We are going to include this. Did I select the right object? I did not. Let's cancel. Let's select the correct object in object mode. Alrighty. Now, oops, we called it Q. Let's call it, yeah, the undo. So anybody who's dealt with the object editor, blueprint editor in Mythruna knows that the undo key is a little bit chaotic in what it decides to undo and redo, especially when you start typing things in. I find Blender to be a little chaotic as well, and sometimes the undo steps don't always match what you think that they would match. Yes, we definitely want to remember the export settings. We want to select this selection. Okay. I don't have any custom properties, but if I did, I'd want them exported. I want to apply modifiers. Yeah. Chainmonkey Engine is going to make me regenerate the tangents anyway, but I always like to include them. Animation. Use current frame. Export. Why does it take so long? It's because there's all those damn bones. This is the most detailed butterfly in any game ever, especially considering how bad the texturing is. All right, let's see if we can get this into the rigging tool at least. So we will cut and paste. I think we just called this butterfly. I started one day to make a in the tool itself to be able to make a new thing, but it turns out it's easier just to modify an existing one faster. Okay, so idle walk, that's fine. We don't want any colliders yet. Alright, so did I get it all right? The age-old question. sure you guys will be very excited to see this in something that looks like closer to my game stuff. I wish we could get to the AI part of this, but to be honest, I'm not sure that I won't have a lot of work to do just to get flying working. Okay, butterfly. Oh, is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? Ah, look at that. Oh wow. It's it goes a little chaotic there for a second in its idle animation. But check it out. Okay, so that's idle. Default's just the flat pose, and it is transparent. And let's see what the walk will look like. Oh yeah, check it out. Okay, so as it's flying around, you got to imagine it moving forward, right, at some speed. It's going to do that. And then if it's running, I'm going to make it even more chaotic. But look, it's in the game. We can move ourselves and look at it real close. I got to definitely do some better texturing, and I want to do some normal maps and things. Why not, right? It's weird that it's semi-transparent. Oh, only from certain angles. That's because the grid is transparent. We're getting a sorting things. Yeah. Okay, so now let's real quickly go back to default. Let's go to movement. And did I just get a big giant exception? I did. Son of a... I may know why that happened, though. We didn't create any colliders, and I think that's what it uses to find the center of gravity. I named... Oh, these all... these don't have any of my names. Somewhere here there should be a root. There we go. Okay, I keep right-clicking and dragging to move, and these things don't work that way. Okay. So, oops. Oh, it's all garbage. Everything's all in weird directions. Okay, so we'll just give it a little sphere for its thing. We could actually add colliders for the wings, but I don't think a butterfly is actually going to collide with anything. Okay, so now let's see if it still throws an exception. It does not. Okay, let's save before we get too far. Okay, so I should be able to... nope. Alright, let's try running again. Let's see. I mean, there should be no reason this complains. I was able to get a bouncing test cube working earlier. Okay, so let's go to movement. Okay, we're better. Okay. Okay, so he's sitting there idle. And then, with the weird idle animation. And we've got set up some scales here, so if we start moving, he should start flying, right? Yeah, there we go. So that's... ignore the weird spheres and stuff, but that's kind of what it will look like when it's flying through the game. And actually that's a little fast, right? We probably would have moved over to its run animation by then. So when it's moving from one flower to another, this is kind of what it would do. And again, the weird hazy border around so it goes away from certain angles, that's a texture sorting or geometry sorting issue with the let's set the environment. Can I turn off the sky? Nope. Okay, so we got a butterfly. From here I could actually compile this as a binary and load it in the game. I'd have to copy some files over and stuff, and it's more work than that, and it's already 11 o'clock, so I think this is pretty good, right? We've got to see a... oh, let's see in this walk animation. we got to see the butterfly. I have to be careful because it's because of the way I moved the animations around. It's I may need to move what the body is attached to. Like instead of the root, maybe spine. Yeah, that's what it is. That's better, right? And then we can move it up. Should probably X. Nope. Y? Yeah. Okay, so it's got its little thing in the right place. And it moves around with the body. Kind of cool. Alright, so now I have something that I could play with to get this into the game, but I'm not going to do that tonight because I've made you guys sit long enough, and actually I am starving. I did not eat today other than a snack at dinner time, at my kids' dinner time. So, for all of you who stuck around, it says 6 of you are still on. That is awesome, guys. Yeah, even this says 6 of you are still on. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me while I messed with a butterfly. I actually, depending on, maybe on the Discord we can talk about it, but I actually may save working on the butterfly until next time if this is something we like to watch, and I might work on tools and stuff in the meantime, but in the meantime lay the groundwork to make sure that flying mobs will work. Something I think gravity will still affect the butterfly, and that shouldn't happen. Anyway, thank you so much for joining and sticking around. Let me go ahead and hit the thanks screen. Yeah, thanks definitely for watching. If you liked this video, please click the like button. No, not Boyd's. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for joining me. If you liked the video, click like. If you haven't subscribed, the 6 of you who show up every time, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And share it with your friends if you think they might be interested. And I hope if you guys are working on something this week, that you have a very productive week. And that if you are in one of these areas that's getting lots of snow like we are, that you stay safe. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys next time.